Hello and welcome to the AASHE webinar titled Measuring Campus Sustainability, Reaching for the Stars. My name is Dave Newport and I will be your host today for the celebration of the official launch of STARS, the Sustainability Tracking, Assessment, and Rating System. This webinar and STARS are both programs of AASHE, the Association for the Advancement of Sustainability in Higher Education. And in addition to my day job, as the director of the Environmental Center at the University of Colorado in Boulder, I am a member of the AASHE Board of Directors and one of 3 original members of the STARS Steering Committee. So on behalf of AASHE, welcome to you all. So now, what is STARS? Well, STARS is a voluntary self-assessment of campus sustainability. STARS contains a checklist of sustainability indicators that any campus can use to measure its sustainability performance. As an institution implements sustainability practices, it can earn points that lead to recognition, such as STARS Silver, STARS Gold, and so forth. And today we will be learning more about STARS from some key players and experts. And we will also be hearing from you, our viewers, as we encourage you to send in questions to stars@aashe.org, and we will hear them and put them to our panelists. And we are gratified to know that there are over 850 connections watching this webinar today, and thank you for coming. But please don't be daunted by those numbers. We want to and will answer every question we get today, either during the broadcast or we will post the questions and their answers in writing on aashe.org in the next few days. So send in your questions and we will get to them one way or the other. But first we want to recognize and thank our host today, American University, where we are broadcasting from here in Washington, D.C. American is kindly providing the facilities and technical logistics for this broadcast. And we'll hear from American University's Sustainability Director, Chris OBrien, in just a few moments. So thank you to American University. We are also deeply appreciative and appreciate the support of our founding partners who have helped support the development and implementation of STARS. We are profoundly grateful for their insights, participation, and the affirmation of STARS' capacity to reach across the breadth of higher education. Their input and support has helped create an approach to campus sustainability that guides campus efforts, affirms progress, inspires excellence, and recognizes achievement in every campus context. So to all of our partner organizations, we offer our very sincere thank you. The strength of STARS flows from its collaborative development. We've had multiple committees and work groups, and literally thousands of comments, questions, and suggestions from campuses big and small. And we've read and considered every one. As a result, STARS offers a comprehensive roadmap and review approach that guides and affirms sustainability in all of its facets. STARS helps campus users plan actions and forecast achievements. STARS' comprehensive design informs an approach to sustainability with the flexibility each campus needs in order to tailor activities to unique local conditions and context. And STARS is a work in progress. As we move forward, we will evolve and hone its approach based on the experience and wisdom developed along the way. This success is in no short measure the result of the incredible dedication and effort by the STARS Steering Committee and the entire AASHE staff. Going forward, these are the folks that will listen to your needs, offer help and support in your efforts, and help adapt future STARS version to the lessons you teach us. In addition to that support being a phone call or an email away today, AASHE is next month launching a series of STARS how-to webinars for STARS practitioners. Look for the STARS Reporting Tool webinar on aashe.org, February 17th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, the first of a monthly series of helpful webinars for STARS users. Now, speaking of STARS users, we'll begin our program today by hearing from Chris OBrien, as I said. We will then move to AASHE's Executive Director, Paul Rowland. Last, we'll listen to Nan Jenks-Jay, Dean of Environmental Affairs at Middlebury College in Vermont, who participated in the STARS pilot and is a STARS charter participant. Finally, we'll hear your questions and ask our experts to respond to them. So please start now sending those questions to stars@aashe.org. Also, one footnote. This broadcast is being recorded and will be available for subsequent viewing from our website, AASHE.org. So at this point, I'd like to welcome Chris O'Brien, Director of Sustainability at American University. Chris joined American in 2009 as the university's first Director of Sustainability, but he is no stranger to the profession. Previously, he directed the Responsible Purchasing Network at the Center for the New American Dream, and earlier served as Managing Director of the Green Business Network and the Fair Trade Federation. He is Treasurer of the Fair Trade Resource Network, co-owns the Seven Bridges Organic Brewing Supply Cooperative, and serves on the ASTM Sustainability Committee and the Electronic Products Environmental Assessment Tool Advisory Board. Thank you, and let's welcome Chris O'Brien.
Thank you very much, Dave. A warm welcome to everyone to American University. We're very pleased and honored to be hosting today's launch of the STARS Sustainability Tracking, Assessment, and Rating System. American University has a history of working quietly and diligently to advance sustainability. But we've decided that beginning today, it's time for us to make a little bit more noise and advocate for sustainability more publicly. First, we signed the Talloires Declaration in 2006. In 2008, we signed the American College and University President's Climate Commitment, and we enrolled as a pilot campus in the LEED Volume Certification Program, in which we registered more than 30 buildings for LEED certification, and in just a couple months we'll be unveiling our new School of International Service, which we expect to earn LEED Gold certification. In 2009, we adopted a strategic plan stating as a goal that the university shall act on our values through social responsibility and service, and an active pursuit of sustainability. My office, the Office of Sustainability, was then created, and as the university's first Director of Sustainability, I quickly signed us on as a STARS Charter participant. Earlier this month, we decided to become a pilot campus for the Sustainable Sites Initiative, in which we will be modeling sustainability in our groundskeeping program. And just last Friday, I'm very happy to say, American University President Neil Kerwin signed 4 new sustainability policies, including ones mandating green building, green cleaning, sustainable purchasing, and zero waste. We expect to publish our climate neutrality plan this May, and using STARS as our framework, we will publish a comprehensive sustainability plan by the end of this year. As the American University, located in Washington, D.C., we do feel a special responsibility to serve as a model of sustainability, but by using STARS as a common framework, we anticipate working together with hundreds of colleges and universities to advance sustainability as a sector, inspiring innovation in research and education, in operations, and in planning, administration, and engagement, so that all of higher education may serve as a model of sustainability both for the country and for the world. Thank you again for tuning into today's webinar, and thank you to AASHE and all the organizations who've helped work to develop STARS. As a STARS Charter participant, American University urges all of you, our colleagues in higher education, to register and use STARS as a sustainability system. And now I want to turn it back over to Dave to introduce our next speaker.
Thank you, Chris. Now I'd like to introduce our Executive Director of AASHE, Paul Rowland. Paul became Executive Director of AASHE last August. Previously, Paul was one of the founders of the Ponderosa Project at Northern Arizona University, where he served in a variety of capacities, including Director of the Center for Environmental Sciences and Education, Coordinator of Environmental Education, and Director of Academic Assessment. More recently, Paul was the Dean of the School of Education at the University of Montana and Dean of the College of Education at the University of Idaho. Paul has a PhD in Curriculum and Instruction from New Mexico State University and an MS in Ecology and a BA in Biology from Rutgers University in New Jersey. Welcome, Paul.
Thank you, Dave. Today I am thrilled to talk with you about AASHE's latest service to the higher education community, the Sustainability Tracking, Assessment, and Rating System. At a time when we are asking for greater accountability from all sectors, it is important that we have a tool for helping us measure up in sustainability. Before I talk about STARS, I'd like to give you a little background on AASHE and how STARS fits into what we do. As many of you know, AASHE was founded in 2005 with the mission of empowering higher education to lead the sustainability transformation. AASHE currently has more than 950 institutional members, and about 730 of those members are colleges and university campuses. Since many of you are part of our member campuses, you individually are AASHE members, and there are millions of you. So take pride in being part of the organization that is leading higher education in the sustainability transformation. To accomplish our mission, we provide our members with resources through a variety of ways. Our online resources center provides campus sustainability profiles, how-to guides for campus sustainability, and many links to publications, blogs, websites, and other resources. Each week, our bulletin provides 40 to 50 campus sustainability stories from around North America, and it reaches about 10,000 individuals. Each year, we compile those stories in our annual digest. And recently, we launched our online discussion forums that are providing the campus community with a place to discuss important issues and ask questions about sustainability. We provide professional development opportunities through our annual conference. The next one, AASHE 2010, will be held in Denver, October 10 through 12. Keep this in mind. Remember, 10-10-10 in Denver. Hope to see you there. In addition, we provide professional development through various workshops, including our Train the Trainer curriculum development workshops, and we also provide opportunities for networking and assist campuses in finding expertise that they may be seeking from other campuses. AASHE approaches sustainability broadly, recognizing the interconnections among all that we do. Hence, we look at sustainability in terms of a healthy environment, a robust economy, and a just society that provides opportunities for all in the current and in future generations. We recognize the importance of this interconnectedness in higher education and work to support campuses as they make these connections among environment, economy, and society, as well as connections between the operations of the campus and the academics of the campus. The role of higher education is to educate, but it can do so, at least in part, by modeling best practices in sustainability. When AASHE was asked by a number of higher education organizations to develop STARS 3 years ago, it was an obvious fit to our mission and to our membership. The development and implementation of STARS allows AASHE to help campus discussions of sustainability by providing a framework for those discussions. It provides opportunities to engage the whole campus in understanding campus sustainability. One important aspect of STARS is that it allows any institution to voluntarily participate in the STARS program. We are pleased to see that among the 121 campuses that have become charter participants, we have a wide range of institutions. Represented in this list are 81 public institutions, 40 private institutions, 19 community colleges and 3 community college districts, and 51 research universities. Of the 121 charter participants, 33 participated in the STARS pilot. Our list includes 5 Canadian institutions and 116 from the United States. Our registrants include and represent 33 states, 4 provinces, and the District of Columbia. The diversity of institutions in this list is unlike that of any of the ranking systems that selects the participants by some predetermined criteria. There are 2 important factors operating here. First, the program is voluntary and any institution can participate. Second, STARS accommodates the variety of institutions that exist. This is a unique feature that was intentionally designed and built into the STARS program. The system will accommodate and recognize any type of institution by providing a rating that is based on the credits that are applicable to that particular institution. We look forward to working with the many institutions that will be participating in the STARS program, and we look forward to seeing this list grow to include all of the institutions that are watching this webinar. We are convinced that STARS will be a positive experience for all of us. Finally, on the topic of participation, I'd like to mention the various ways that the further development of STARS will be shaped. STARS will be guided by a steering committee who will provide the STARS staff and the AASHE Board of Directors with wise advice regarding the development of STARS. In addition, the staff will be assisted by technical advisors who will enhance our expertise in the wide variety of areas covered by the system. One of the reasons, and a very important reason for recruiting technical advisors, is that STARS is a comprehensive assessment tool. STARS provides credits in a variety of campus activities that reflect the triple bottom line of sustainability: people, planet, and profit. STARS requires a campus to evaluate not only their environmental impact, but also their practices related to economic and social sustainability. The system requires reporting in 3 categories. Our first category is education and research. Credits in this category are earned for the courses and programs on the campus that prepare students to understand sustainability and to contribute to solving vexing problems of our society. These credits include both curricular experiences and co-curricular experiences. In addition, for campuses with a research mission, credits are earned for sustainability research activity. Our second category is operations. Credits are earned for a variety of practices, including building design and operations, greenhouse gas emission reduction, sustainable dining services, energy consumption and source, sustainable grounds practices, sustainable purchasing practices, transportation, waste reduction, and water consumption. And finally, our third category is planning, administration, and engagement. Here, credits are earned for sustainability planning, campus diversity, sustainability and staffing, sustainable investment practices, and public engagement. By framing sustainability in this way, STARS will require many individuals on a campus to come together to develop an understanding of how well the campus is doing and what else needs to be done. For many campuses, it will require greater levels of collaboration within the campus. Collaboration has been a hallmark of the development of STARS. As Dave mentioned earlier, STARS is the result of input from hundreds of you who reviewed the pilot and tested earlier versions. STARS was made possible because many of our higher education partners, particularly our founding partners, stepped up to assist us in defining sustainability in their special fields. STARS will continue to develop through continuing collaboration. We anticipate that STARS will also foster collaboration among the campuses using the system. As you develop better understanding of the successes on your campus, you will be well positioned to share that expertise with others. Our hope is that as campuses become recognized for their leadership in specific areas, they will share that expertise with other campuses, continually raising the bar by helping each other. Another collaborative aspect of STARS is that by providing ratings rather than rankings, each campus will have the opportunity to receive recognition for their accomplishments. Although I'm sure that there will be some healthy competition among the campuses participating, I'm equally convinced that STARS will create new opportunities for collaboration. One reason I think that we'll have greater collaboration is that STARS is based on a high level of transparency. First, everything you might need to know about how points are earned and ratings are received is publicly available. The STARS technical manual is available to everyone on our website, and it provides information about all the credits, what counts, and why. Second, the data provided by an institution to achieve a rating will also be public. You will be able to view the data that led to a particular institution's rating, what they've done, and to what extent they have done it. This transparency will allow everyone to see what the institutions are doing and to know where to seek expertise. Today we've launched the STARS reporting tool. The new reporting tool is more than just a form for entering data. Because we allow multiple logins to the tool, each campus will be able to have a number of individuals work together to develop the responses to the credits. In addition, the reporting tool becomes a short-term tracking device as you can continue to go back to the tool to see earlier responses and to see if progress on your campus would allow you to do updates in the reporting. We hope that the reporting tool will also be useful in creating annual sustainability reports on some campuses, and that it will enhance the campus discussions about sustainability. Finally, we want to be clear that STARS is about more than just conversations and data tracking. STARS intentionally will recognize those campuses who engage in this tracking, assessment, and rating system by providing institutions with recognition. Campuses that have signed on to STARS will be recognized as participants, or in the case of those of you who register before August 15th this year, as charter participants. Furthermore, as institutions complete their reporting, they will be eligible to earn status as bronze, silver, gold, or platinum STARS institutions. Recognition that they will be entitled to place on their institution's electronic and print materials. Recognition that will honor them publicly with their prospective students and their current students, faculty, staff, and alumni and donors. Thus, the sustainability tracking, assessment, and rating system provides you with an opportunity to monitor your progress over time, to take a snapshot of your practices to see where your strengths are and where you may need to put more effort, and to reward you for the good work that you've been doing, while at the same time challenging you to move even further forward. It provides a mechanism for us to better understand how higher education is leading the sustainability transformation. It helps us all better answer the questions, how are you doing and what you gonna do? These are questions we should be answering to shape a better world, a better society for future generations. AASHE is proud to roll out STARS, a tool to help us better respond to these questions and to help your institution become a leader in the sustainability transformation. Thank you. Dave?
Thank you, Paul. One program note. The good news is that American University, a modern American university, is engaged in construction practices to keep their facilities in tip-top shape, but we are told that some of that activity is coming through on the microphone, and we're seeking to have that taken care of, but we're glad to see some construction. Let me move forward now and introduce Nan Jenks-Jay. Nan serves as Dean of Environmental Affairs and teaches in the Environmental Studies program at Middlebury College in Vermont. For over 2 decades, she has been actively involved in the advancement and integration of environmental studies and sustainability programs throughout higher education. She has been associated with 2 of the oldest undergraduate environmental studies programs in the country, at Williams College in Massachusetts for 15 years, and late of Middlebury College in Vermont for the last 14 years, first as director and currently as Dean of Environmental Affairs. Nan writes and speaks often on topics related to the environment, sustainability, and transformational change within higher education, and we're pleased to have her here today. Welcome, Nan.
Thank you, Dave. First, let me start by saying how pleased I am to be here today to share some of Middlebury College's insights and experiences with STARS. First, a brief background. Middlebury is a liberal arts college with a strong commitment to sustainability that is integrated across the campus and throughout our governing documents, including the college's mission statement, our strategic plan, and it is the core foundation of the college's new master plan. As signatories of the President's climate commitment and through a trustee resolution, the college has set an ambitious goal to become carbon neutral by 2016. We've already shifted a part of our fuel from number 6 oil to biomass gasification, which is reducing our carbon footprint by about 40%. We're now looking into biomethane with Vermont dairy farmers and other renewable energy options. I share this example because we could not have had these senior level discussions about seeking alternative fuels if we had not conducted the initial emissions inventory and continued ongoing data collection. Real data provides greater understanding of risks, of benefits, and it guides a more informed decision-making process. If you don't have assessment, you cannot set benchmarks. If we do not have goals based in reality, then we cannot effectively direct change for a sustainable future. Middlebury chose to participate in the pilot and then to adopt STARS as a charter participant because STARS creates a framework for change. It provides a comprehensive, consistent, and flexible framework that supports our efforts to apply sustainable practices and principles throughout the entire campus and into the greater region of Vermont. However, we should not limit the definition of STARS to merely an assessment tool, but instead as a way to frame your university and college's responsibility, to enhance accountability and transparency, to expand your own leadership, and to assure future change through more sustainable pathways. Next, STARS can help provide a deeper and a wider perspective through more comprehensive institutional view of sustainability. STARS forces you to go beyond what you might call the one-off projects that have a high profile and great PR, or the many individual and isolated successes that are occurring on your campus, but instead to perceive the whole system with a deeper understanding. In many ways, STARS is a prism of what's happening all across your campus. At Middlebury, where by some we're considered to be a leader in sustainability, our participation in STARS took us into new and important areas that we had not previously tracked, and it widened our entire view. STAR helped us answer 3 essential questions. What strengths do we currently have? Do we want to continue those or improve them? Where are the gaps? Are these priorities? And if so, how do we begin addressing them? And next, how can this knowledge lead to a more comprehensive and institutional vision? For example, we found through piloting STARS that we are not as strong in sustainable course offerings anywhere beyond the environmental studies program. In response, a workshop was developed for curriculum design and development, in which 12 faculty members responded from 9 departments to participate in designing new courses and new course components related to sustainability. These departments included art history and architecture, economics, education, film media studies, history, math, political science, psychology, and religion. It's really a wide range across the college. The workshop results have been so positive in introducing and producing new courses and related materials focused on sustainability that we'll be offering it again this summer. And now we're weaving sustainability into the curriculum as part of a greater plan that will have a broad and lasting impact on students across all the disciplines. Working with STARS creates collaboration, it creates outreach, and it provides learning opportunities. When we piloted the early version of STARS last year, the process began with the endorsement of the Environmental Council, a standing committee of faculty, students, and staff that report directly to the president of the college. We combined the STARS data collection with the data gathering of our greenhouse gas inventory to make the process more efficient and to be more efficient about staff resource time in a collaborative process. In the future, we plan to collaborate with the Monterey Institute of International Studies in California, which Middlebury is acquiring this June, which also, as it happens, is on the opposite coast from Middlebury College. So this will be a virtual process. We'll use STARS to assist us in the process. We'll share student interns, and we'll track our progress together. Similarly, other schools can establish STARS collaborations as well within educational consortia to which you already belong, with satellite or regional campuses that you have partnerships with, or feeder schools such as community colleges, many of which are leading the way in sustainable practices today. At the onset of the STARS process at Middlebury, the Director of Sustainable Integration, Jack Byrne, reached out to key administrators and staff with a letter that was sent to 30 individuals on the administrative side of the college, introducing them to the STARS process and also to the students who would be contacting them for specific information. Students collected most of the data, and they did this through individual meetings and telephone interviews. An additional 80 faculty were contacted via email, and 35 participated in a retreat where STARS was presented and discussed. Students and the Sustainability Office then used the Environmental Council and other groups as a sounding board for advice and for feedback, as another outreach technique. Additionally, all the information was gathered and was put on a website so that others can see it and to inform future STARS efforts at the college. This entire effort took us approximately 160 hours, and that's with about a fifth of it being Jack Byrne's time. The rest of the time was spent by the 3 to 4 student interns over the spring, summer, and fall. We don't have an estimate of how much time was spent by the individuals who provided the data, however. In our case, we were able to use students who did most of the work with some oversight. If on the other hand you hire a consultant, you want to structure the effort so that they set up an informational support system that you can use in subsequent years. For students involved in this process, there are valuable learning outcomes. One, in understanding the college administration and organizational structure more thoroughly, and two, in gaining valuable and useful professional skills in sustainability measurement and assessment. Our approach next time will be similar, but with a greater emphasis on learning opportunities to provide more information and feedback to people who are providing us with the data. And there will be more face-to-face interviews and college-wide meetings to make sure that we continue to have STARS be a human-led process. And we're looking at ways to produce useful information and media to share the findings of the assessment through the college's new website, blogging, articles in the faculty staff newsletter, the student newspaper, and a report, of course, to the president and trustees of the college. Piloting STARS gave us some real insights into what the benefits are, among them having greater engagement and a stronger culture around sustainability. The process has afforded us the opportunity to engage a broader audience throughout the entire campus in thinking about sustainability and what it means from their own perspective, whether it's an admissions recruiter, custodian, a faculty member, or fundraiser, and that they are a member of a greater community committed to sustainability. STARS provided us with a meaningful opportunity to engage faculty, students, and staff in a dialogue about what sustainability is and what it'll look like on our campus. For example, at a faculty retreat, there was a lively discussion about the institution's definition of sustainability and what that might include. Also, a sustainability summit was hosted with 80 people representing many groups across the college who focused on 8 sustainability-related themes. This process heightens people's awareness about how their own work relates to sustainability. For example, imagine a human resources staff member now making the connection between sustainability and living wage, which was one of the STARS criteria. This was a case for us. The process not only raises awareness and motivation, but has an institution thinking more actively and systemically. STARS definitely expands the border of sustainability within colleges and universities from our experience. Finally, why should colleges and universities participate in STARS? To measure results and accelerate progress. The obvious benefits resulting from STARS include the ability to gauge your institution's commitment to sustainability through objective measurement, to track the effectiveness of your programs, to identify where you're falling short, as well as celebrating grandly your successes, and the comparative benefits of setting benchmarks and seeing this change occur over time. It's a framework that fosters shared learning that can become a nucleus around which institutional values will form. And among peers, it will undoubtedly elicit a competitive spirit to advance your own agendas. We learned a lot about piloting STARS, and we were pleased that we took it on last year. We will definitely be using STARS again this year and in the future. At Middlebury, we viewed firsthand the direct results of a strong sustainable commitment and the influence it has had on the recruitment of bright, action-oriented students, the involvement of our best faculty, and attracting new funding. For example, in our case, support for carbon neutrality, for alternative transportation, student internships, the organic garden, and other sustainability-related initiatives. By building this institutional reputation around sustainability, Middlebury now is approached by entrepreneurs, the community, by business, to be a partner in exciting new sustainability adventures. For example, biomethane, hydrogen power, or hydropower, hydrogen tractor, beta testing solar products, energy efficiency, and wind turbines. And finally, but most importantly, the reason for participating in STARS is that this is a powerful way to advance sustainability within the broader society, of which higher education is rapidly becoming a key and influential sector. Thank you.
Thank you, Nan. Appreciate all the presentations from our panelists. And now we will move into the question and answer portion of our webcast, and we're getting a lot of them. We've been receiving questions throughout the webcast at stars@aashe.org. Keep them coming. So, first question we have today is directed to Paul. Paul, Duke University asks, will there be an online reporting tool for STARS like is provided on the ACU PCC site? And if so, when will our online reporting tool be available?
It's available now. That's the great answer here is that today in this launch, we have made the online reporting tool available for those charter participants that have signed up. They may go to that tool and start using it to put their data in, and it is ready to roll. So we're proud to put that out there and make sure that people understand that this isn't going to be just kind of cutting and pasting things and sending documents back and forth. The online reporting tool is live.
And likewise, the STARS 1.0 official release is also today, and that's also available on the website. Next question goes to Nan. And I can relate to this, Nan, as sustainability coordinators around the country have to already fill out lots of surveys about our sustainability efforts. Why is STARS different?
I would say that STARS is different in several ways. First, it's a truly objective tool. It's one that was purposefully designed for higher education by individuals within higher education through the pilot process. And I believe that over time, the revisions that will take place in STARS will also incorporate the comments of members of participating charter members over time. Also, I really believe that STARS should become the home site that all other surveys go to find the information that they're looking for about our institution. And then if they have a handful of additional specialized areas that they really want to delve into further, I think we'd be happy to do that instead of the redundancy or the confusion of the different surveys that are coming in. So let's try to think about STARS as the home base for this information that everyone can go to with a few specialized one-offs that go into greater detail.
It's a good reporting tool and it's a great system, but a question for Chris now. Data mining and data gathering can be a challenge. How are you going about doing that on your campus?
Okay. Well, we have two teams set up. One is the Environmental Issues Project Team. It's a cross-campus team and involves students, faculty, and staff. We also have what we call our Climate Action Planning Project Team, which also involves students, faculty, and staff. So we've tasked both of those teams, individuals on each of those teams, with we've assigned credits from STARS to each individual on each of those teams. It's also been a lot of one-on-one meetings, our office going around campus meeting with all the affected parties and participants around campus. And really, some people just want to kind of provide the data and let you move on. Other people are happy to become much more engaged in the process, and they end up being solutions providers, offering ideas that we hadn't even thought of.
Great. Coming back this way, Paul, we dug out the data, we got our rating. How long does it last?
Okay, the rating will last 3 years from when you have received it. So you may use it for the 3-year period. At the end of 3 years it expires, and you can come back then and try again and see if your rating has gone up. And I think that's the exciting thing, is that you will only be paying for being a STARS participant as you come in for the rating process.
And I fast forwarded, and now we already got our rating, but I want to back up for a minute and ask Nan, the process of going through the collection of data and working it out, getting the information in. You were a pilot school. How long did it take to do that?
Well, I mentioned a minute ago that it took Middlebury 160 hours, and that was with some staff oversight and primarily student time over 2 semesters and 1 summer. That translates into about 4 weeks. So you could really ramp up and do this quite quickly if you wanted. On the other hand, I think it's important to take your time with the process to enable it to be a human process and not just a data-driven one, in one that you do have meetings, that you do engage in conversations and dialogue, and in one that does help create an institutional culture around sustainability. So even though the pilot took us a little longer because there are quite a few questions that have been eliminated subsequently by AASHE, I would still stick with 150, 160 hours because I want to make sure that everyone continues to add the human element by meetings and conversations into the process.
Thank you for that. Paul, an organizational question. STARS is a self-assessment, a voluntary one at that. How do you make sure that the information submitted is accurate?
Well, Dave, there's actually three areas that I think that are important to keep in mind about the submission of data. Number one is each credit is submitted, a sign-off is required by the person submitting that information, and in doing so to verify that information. Secondly, when the whole report is submitted for ratings, it goes to the president prior, or the chancellor prior to being submitted for verification by the president or chancellor. And then third is that this public transparency that I talked about earlier, of putting all of the data out there that's being used in achieving a rating, putting that out there really means that anyone on the campus or from off the campus even can come in and check to see that the information is accurate, and obviously no one wants an inaccurate information about their campus out there. So those three areas, the specific credits, the overall report, and then the public transparency of all the details, really provide a triangulation of verification.
And Chris, you and I work at large research universities. What other types of schools should use STARS?
That's an easy one because STARS was really intended to be used by all kinds of schools. It was developed, you heard the list of universities and colleges that participated in developing the beta, small and large, public and private, community colleges and research universities. The tool is very flexible and in fact allows you to take out credits that don't apply to your situation so that that's not factored into as a negative for your calculation. So really it's very flexible. It's meant to be used by any kind of school.
Alrighty, coming back this way, Paul, interested in going through the STARS process and reporting those data, but I'm concerned about earning a low rating. Can I participate in STARS without submitting for some sort of a rating?
Absolutely. We have one category called the STARS Reporter, which is really built for that. It allows you to track, it allows you to assess, but you don't have to go through the rating process. So that if you just want to use STARS as a way to monitor your performance, to track it over time, but are not interested in the rating process, then you can still use STARS and enroll as a STARS reporter. And that allows you then to have the data there, have the data publicly available so that others can see what you're doing, but you don't have to go through the rating process.
And Nan, our facilities department is excited to participate in STARS, but some faculty may be reluctant. Do you have advice and experience for how to engage faculty in this process?
Well, I think there are a couple things we can think of. First of all, faculty should be considered not a challenge, but champions, along with others in the STARS process. One likely place to look for these individuals would be faculty that are already conducting research or working with students on projects that involve sustainability. It's just a natural avenue for them to take another leap and be involved in this process. Also, there are small incentives that we can provide. With the summer 2-week workshop that we hosted this year for faculty to incorporate sustainability into their courses, there was a very modest stipend. And in the end, the faculty told us the stipend really wasn't an incentive, but it is something that attracted their attention at the beginning. Most of them were trying to find ways to work with sustainability, but they don't have the background or the field to do this. So they were really grateful when this announcement came out. We would never have known to go to those particular individuals. I think that there are people all over campus that are waiting to be involved in these kinds of opportunities. In fact, one of these faculty members who have no previous experience has taken it a step further, and she's applied for and received a mini Mellon grant so that she and her colleagues can work on writing in the area of sustainability, which was very exciting. So I think it's going to happen. We just have to be more thoughtful about how to approach and achieve these individuals in the faculty, and not just turn up one day and say, we're doing an assessment. Can you participate? Look for what the faculty need to.
Thank you. Heading back to Paul. Paul, we've got a number of questions about fees. And in this economy, how can colleges justify paying for STARS? And why is there a participation fee?
Well, the participation fee actually provides for ongoing support that an institution receives after they've signed up for STARS. So we don't just abandon you with the reporting instrument and then leave you there and say, sorry, you just have to figure it out. So the fees are actually supporting staff to provide monthly webinars, frequently asked questions and answers to those questions, and those kinds of continuous support. And of course, those services require some investment on our part. I want to put this in a context, though, that I think will be helpful to a lot of people. Back when I was a dean of the College of Education at 2 institutions, I paid about $10,000 a year in memberships and accreditation. So the $900 for an AASHE member to participate in STARS, which is good for 3 years, is actually a relatively small investment. And I talk about it as an investment because the potential for STARS to shape sustainability practices that will provide significant savings and potential income is really an important part of what STARS can do for an institution. So when we look at what an institution can gain from that, it needs to look at STARS, much like we look at a lot of things in sustainability, as an investment that will have a significant return over time.
Thank you for that. Moving to Chris. We heard, Chris, from Nan about how students are involved at a small campus like Middlebury. Again, on a large research university, how do you go about engaging students?
Sure. Well, we've had strong student engagement in sustainability for years. In fact, our environmental club, EcoSense, has championed a lot of the initiatives that we're actually implementing here on campus now. We've also involved research, students in research opportunities. For example, we have a PhD candidate right now who's helping to design biomass power production that would be appropriate for universities like American, which is situated in an urban environment where we have limited space for on-site power production. We're also, for example, installing this spring of what's called a vertical axis wind turbine, which is very small scale. It was developed by a faculty member here on campus, and we're going to be engaging students to help us track the results of that as a demonstration project. We're about to, at the recommendation of STARS, I might add, we're about to publish a list of student sustainability research projects to match them up with faculty research areas so that we'll have students being able to identify faculty sustainability research and operational application opportunities on campus. So students and faculty working together to develop solutions that might actually be able to be implemented right here on campus. And students are very excited about opportunities like that.
Thank you. Paul, does STARS overlap with the American College and University President's Climate Commitment? Do I have to be a signatory to the PCC to participate in STARS, and is there any special recognition if I am?
Well, let me start with the middle question. You do not have to be a signatory. As I mentioned earlier, any institution in the United States and Canada can participate in STARS. So signatory or non-signatory doesn't really matter in terms of participation. There is a synergy between the ACU-PCC reports and the STARS reporting. Obviously, one of the areas in which we are looking at in STARS is the greenhouse gas emissions and climate commitments that have been made by institutions. And so there is attention paid to that. And indeed, as Nan mentioned, gathering the data for one of them helps you gather data for the other. So the data that you've collected for your ACU-PCC report is also useful in the STARS report. So it does have some synergy there. There is not specifically any credits that are given for being an ACU PCC member or credits that you lose for not being a signatory, but they are very synergistic, and I think that campuses like Middlebury have found that there's a good synergy there.
So we're going to move to some additional new questions. And Concordia University in Wisconsin is asking, will the list of credits be available to campuses before registering? Paul, can you touch on that very quickly?
Yes, absolutely. If you go to the STARS website that Dave's been mentioning, you will find available a list of the credits. And then if you go into the technical manual, you can get a lot more information about each of those credits, how they're earned, and what they mean.
Thank you. And Nan, one viewer contends that campus sustainability seems to be losing steam due to the economy. We'll dispute that maybe. But how would STARS help elevate the standing of campus sustainability on your campus?
Actually, it's an excellent question, considering the economic climate that we're in and that some institutions are experiencing in the next year, and it will it will take a year or two for some colleges to come out of that, colleges and universities. So it's an important question for us to be discussing as a community. Once we have, the STARS process includes senior administration, presidential sign-off. And I think that's really important to make it apparent and absolutely evident that this is a process that's valuable for the college to move forward, to be able to know more about itself, to take advantage of, listen, let me tell you about all these funds that are out there right now that have to do with stimulus projects. And if we don't have assessment, if we're not prepared and we're not ready, we cannot move forward with some of the opportunities that we'll see with new funding sources in the next few years. And so I think the presidential and senior level sign-off is valuable because it gives it an institutional credibility that we need to move forward. Then we're in a very unique time in history, actually, with, as I said, stimulus projects coming forward with new renewable energy opportunities. And we, for example, have never had such an outpouring or flow of partners coming towards Middlebury asking us if we'll work with them on these new and exciting projects. And what's more, they're funding these projects. We're not. We're just the base where these will be realized. So I think that we also have to keep track of our budgets, and because sustainability runs across campus, we have to make sure that things are not being cut out at different levels where the discourse is not taking place. But I'm really optimistic.
Thank you. Moving to Paul, we have a number of questions related to how STARS interacts, collaborates, or otherwise. What's the context of STARS within other rating and ranking systems that we see numerous surveys coming in from every year, magazines and other rating systems? How does STARS fit in that context?
Well, STARS is different, certainly, because it is a comprehensive assessment system as opposed to a survey. And I think that's an important part to keep in mind. Nan talked a little bit about how STARS has the potential to serve as a repository for a lot of the information that sits there, that's asked by some of the surveys that come in. So I think that there's an important piece there. I think one of the other things that's important to keep in mind is that STARS is transparent from the very beginning. So as soon as you start, even before you sign up for STARS, you can look at what credits are, how they're earned, how many you might be able to earn, and you can actually go through the whole process ahead of time to see what kind of rating you'd receive. The other thing that I think is important is that ratings work very differently than rankings. You don't have to worry about each year, are you number 3 or number 7 or number 27. You may be a gold STARS campus, and that's good. It's very good, in fact. So I think that's one of the other things that distinguishes STARS from some of the other survey systems that are out there. So transparency in particular, I think, is important. I think the ratings as opposed to rankings are important. And I think another piece that has been extremely important in shaping STARS is that STARS was put together by the campus sustainability community. It represents what the campus sustainability community thinks should count, and it counts it, and it provides recognition for it.
Thank you. And within that campus sustainability community, the role of purchasing, I want to throw this question to Chris because I know this is his passion and his experience base. How can the purchasing department help make STARS happen?
Okay. Well, that's purchasing is, I think, because of my experience in sustainable purchasing, I look at purchasing as one of the key levers in kind of creating sustainability at the gate, so to speak, which is to say, reduce what you buy. Reducing what you buy is a step that you take before you even need to start worrying about waste and efficiency. So utilizing contracts to specify requirements that minimize purchasing when it's not necessary. Secondly, utilizing purchasing contracts to specify sustainability criteria. And again, that makes it very easy for the university to implement if that's done at the contract level in procurement. STARS is providing a great opportunity for us to help show how purchasing, because it's a section of credits, it helps us to work with our procurement and contracts department to show them how they're part of the solution, which they may not always feel they have a role in sustainability, but they very much do, and this provides them that recognition. So STARS will allow us to both help tell them how to buy greener and give them recognition for doing it.
Well, I appreciate those responses. I appreciate our panelists here today. With that, we have to move to our close. We've received over 100 questions from you today, and we really appreciate that, and we will see you on our website with those answers in the coming days. If you have not already done so, please be sure to register your campus as a STARS Charter participant and become one of the Vanguard campuses who have dedicated themselves to advancing sustainability in higher education and across the world. Simply go to AASHE.org/STARS and follow the instructions. Likewise, as I mentioned previously, STARS 1.0 is now available free of charge for download at AASHE.org, and no, you don't have to be a member to download it and use it. Remember, you can download and view this broadcast for your colleagues who may have missed it, and it is also available at AASHE.org/STARS. And remember to sign up for our STARS How-To series on the STARS online reporting tool, which will go live February 17th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, also on AASHE.org. And last plug for the website, if you have yet to join AASHE, please go to AASHE.org and do so. And with that said, I want to, on behalf of AASHE, thank our panelists, our staff, our members, our founding partners, and to all of you today for being here with us. Thank you, and good afternoon from Washington, D.C.